Now to Good Morning Northwest, deputies shoot and kill an armed man near Loon Lake. This morning, we have breaking details on the events that led to his death.
Our temperatures remain much above average, and the level of smoke and haze continue to be trapped here. We're going to have more on all of that coming up.
And it's the last hearing on the January 6th attack on the Capitol before the midterm elections, what lawmakers are expecting it to reveal. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance will be back on Monday. It is Thursday, October the 13th. Mark Peterson is here with a look at that first alert forecast. And Mark, again, kind of rinse and repeat.
Oh, yeah. Clear sky, temperatures cool, start again, 46 degrees. And again, you can see that moon sitting at about, I think, 87% on waning, and it's going into the new moon phase. All right, so we usually change these graphics from a summer-like to something more fall-like. I'm waiting for fall-like weather, and then I'll change it. Here are the 4 things you need to know. Sunny and warm days ahead, clear and cool nights. It's going to be a nice weekend, but still very dry. We don't have any rain in the forecast. We have high pressure. We've got mostly clear skies, a few clouds coming across. That's it. Temperatures today are going to be into the low to mid 70s. For Spokane, 75. Coeur d'Alene, you're going to be 72 to 74 degrees. Pullman, 73. Colville 75 and sunny. Our day today as we look entering the noon hour, you're going to be to about normal. We're going to have temperatures into the probably the low to mid 60s, and by 3 o'clock we start to enter our high for the day into the mid 70s. That'll continue through 6 o'clock, and then we cool. 75 again, our high today.
All right, breaking news this morning. We're learning new details about a shooting that happened last night in Loon Lake, where Spokane County Sheriff's SWAT team members shot and killed an armed man. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk with what led to that shooting, Sydney.
Yes, this all started with a weapon call to Spokane Police Department at around 3:15 p.m. yesterday. The caller said that someone fired a gun at another person at a home in North Spokane County. After firing those shots, the man left and was found at a home in the 4000 block of State Route 395 in the Loon Lake area. According to Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich, Spokane police were contacted by the police in Stevens County at around 5:30 p.m. asking for support.
That time we had probable cause for first-degree assault and felony harassment, threats to kill. We received contact from Stevens County Sheriff's Office. They requested that our SWAT team respond to help with containment.
Police in Stevens County notified the SWAT team that the man had fled to the woods. Knezevich also says the suspect yelled threats that he was going to shoot police officers, and he also said he was wearing body armor. When the SWAT team arrived, they barricaded the man in this area in the woods and sent a drone in the air to locate him. When he was found, Knezevich says Spokane police tried to de-escalate the situation but failed. The drone operator reported to Spokane police that the shooter was headed right towards them, at which point 2 deputies of Spokane County Sheriff's Office shot and killed the man. Those shots were fired at around 10:15 p.m. last night. Right now, the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team is investigating. I'll be sure to keep you updated on any new information that's released. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. Cheney's police chief quit on Tuesday, and now we have his resignation letter. That letter is just 14 words long. It's on your screen right now, addressed to Mayor Chris Grover. It simply says, pursuant to your request, I resign as the Cheney Chief of Police effective immediately. We reached out to the mayor twice. He told us he would not comment on personnel issues within the city, and city officials are working to find an interim chief. This, of course, is a developing story. Meanwhile, Cheney police are looking for these 3 men. They believe they're connected to a possible hate crime. Officers say they stole and damaged flags and banners that represent the homeowners' beliefs and political views. In the middle of the night, 3 people wearing ski masks took down a rainbow pride flag and a Black Lives Matter flag. Since then, the homeowner says she installed more cameras and lights around her home. She also informed the police department and the FBI, fearing these men might be involved with local hate groups.
Which makes me also nervous because it's like, were they watching my house? To know when I'm here or not.
City officials say hate crimes don't happen often in Cheney, and with any information about who took down the flags is asked to contact the Cheney police. Some breaking news overnight. A Wenatchee man died in a car crash on State Route 97 yesterday in Douglas County when he crashed into a large concrete block that fell off the vehicle in front of him. 44-year-old Ascension Garcia hit that block, which was a 15 by 30-foot structural concrete piece weighing more than 30 tons, just after 4:15 p.m. The road was blocked for several hours. Washington State Patrol is investigating whether charges will be filed against the driver towing that concrete piece. And we are just hours away from another January 6th committee hearing rescheduled for today at 10 due to Hurricane Ian. This is the 9th Capitol hearing to date, and panel members told CNN this is expected to be the committee's last hearing before it issues a complete report on its investigation. This is the first session since former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home was searched by the FBI for classified documents. Panel members are keeping the hearing close to the vest, but some lawmakers have given statements. Congressman Adam Schiff of California said, "I think it'll be potentially more sweeping than some of the other hearings. It will too be in a very thematic. It will tell the story about a key element of Donald Trump's plot to overturn the election." Representative Benny Thompson of Mississippi, the chairman of the committee, said, "We have substantial footage of what occurred that we haven't used." He also added there was significant witness testimony they haven't used in other hearings, calling this hearing an opportunity to get it in front of the American people. Now, previous hearings have featured witness testimony, both from individuals who participated in the violent assault on the Capitol, as well as from numerous administration officials who advised former President Donald Trump in the days and weeks leading up to the insurrection. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06. We're going to send things back over to Mark Peterson, and continuing to be almost 15 degrees above average.
1895, 76. The record high for yesterday, we were at 74, so near record high temperatures.
Yeah.
And the sun sets at 6:06.
That's not great.
That's not great. Yeah, it cools quickly. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
And it's big reveal day for the Extreme Team Project at the Carl Maxey Center. Coming up, how the late Sandy Williams came up with the idea for the center, this new project, and how her legacy is living on through it.
And if you park a car in downtown Spokane, it's time to update your parking app. Why the city is making the switch to Park Mobile after the break.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture, Carpet One.
And family fun, all in one place. River Park Square.
Get your home ready for the holidays at Walker's, as they offer a double your sales tax discount or no minimum purchase, no money down, no interest for up to 5 years financing.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
Whitworth's Health Science program is expanding in a big way. And now's the time to make plans to advance your career by joining us in one of our emerging advanced degree programs. Our 38,000 square foot health science building will house simulation labs and classrooms that resemble actual clinical environments and allow for interprofessional collaboration. Everything you need to take the next steps in your career and help people live better lives. Learn more today.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Carastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Carastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Carastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture, Carpet One.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tony Award-winning Best Musical, The Book of Mormon.
All right, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The latest hike in Social Security benefits expected to be the largest in decades, fueled by record inflation. The increase coupled this year with a 3% drop in Medicare Part B premiums. The White House says the boost in benefits will give seniors a little extra breathing room. Today's announcement coming just weeks before the midterm elections. September inflation numbers not expected to bring much cheer. Lower gas prices could help, but core inflation without food and energy will probably return to a 40-year high. The government report provides the final figures before the midterm elections and is not likely to change the Fed's aggressive interest rate hikes as it combats rising prices. Sony and Honda are teaming up to make electric cars. The EV by Sony Honda Mobility goes on sale in 2025. Pre-orders will start that year with U.S. deliveries in early 2026. The cars will be made at a Honda plant in the U.S. One executive says the collaboration blends Honda hardware know-how with Sony's software skills.
All right, good morning, everybody. 10-second takeaway on a Thursday morning. It's going to be a cool start. We're there. We're going to see temperatures warm slightly into the noon hour, and then it's going to be great for the afternoon with a high of 75.
Well, anyone using the Passport app to pay for parking in downtown Spokane will need to switch over to a new app starting tomorrow. The city is officially switching over to Park Mobile. The switch is part of the Parking Service Department's next phase of their plan to simplify street parking. Part of that plan is installing new parking meters from east of Washington to Division and south of Spokane Falls Boulevard to First Avenue. The city says the new meters will not only accept mobile payment, but will also accept credit cards, debit cards, and coins. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is just about 6:12 now. It is reveal day for the Extreme team. After the break, we'll show you the progress made yesterday by Mark and the team, and we'll look at the late Sandy Williams' vision for this project. All that and your full forecast right after the break.
Girls' nights out are now becoming girls' days out when you drive a fun new Jeep from Dishman. Girls, they love to have fun. Explore the fun of owning a Jeep. Whether you're dropping the kids off at soccer, just running around town, or spending the day outdoors, there's nothing quite like owning a Jeep.
And right now, you can get Dishman employee pricing when you custom order a new Jeep from Dishman.
It's more fun in a Jeep.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you 18 or older? Have you lived in Washington state for at least 30 days? If so, you are likely eligible to vote in Washington. Voter pamphlets and ballots are available in multiple languages. Your vote is your voice, and your voice matters. Make a plan to vote. Learn more about eligibility at sos.wa.gov and get registered today at votewa.gov.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, October 28th through 30th, First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Joe Biden's open borders have threatened our neighborhoods and our children's safety. Fentanyl-related deaths have increased right here in Idaho. Gang members transport fentanyl and other dangerous drugs into our schools and communities. This has got to stop. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. It's time we control the borders and shut down the pipeline of drugs and violence into Idaho.
Come by the general store for all your workwear needs. Keep safe, keep warm, keep dry. Whatever you need, we've got you covered. Work pants, gloves, jackets, shirts, and all your favorite brands. Wherever you work this winter, we've got you covered.
4 News Now is brought to you by Washington State Employees Credit Union.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Today, the Carl Maxey Center remodel is revealed, and Sandy Williams' dream for the center is realized. The center in East Central Spokane is getting a new cultural library and a new outdoor meeting space. And just like the work Mark and the Extreme team put in this week, the idea for this project didn't come together overnight. Destiny Richards is in the studio this morning with a look at Sandy's vision.
As we know, the late Sandy Williams was not only the executive director, but the founder of the Carl Maxey Center. She had big dreams for what the center could be for the Black community from the beginning.
Sandy drove by and saw this old building and started thinking about a place where we could gather and belong.
It was during a small gathering over a plate of barbecue that Sandy Williams laid out her ideas for the Carl Maxey Center. In just 3 years, the building Sandy saw was purchased, and it's been a place of belonging, support, and resources for the Black community in Spokane ever since.
That is like lightning speed in the nonprofit world. Buy a building, get it remodeled, get it open, provide services, and then start your second phase of expansion, all with great community support and allies.
Thanks to our own Mark Peterson and the Extreme team, that second phase is happening right now. Before her untimely passing, Sandy was in talks about adding a cultural library, outdoor space, and much more to the center. Program coordinator Jaleesa Winkler says she didn't anticipate being so far along on what Sandy wanted.
It really feels like the building's getting close to being done, and we can start moving on all of the ideas and all the things we wanted to do here.
But Sandy herself wouldn't have wanted to take all the credit.
She would be really excited, but she would not be in front of the camera.
Wilkerson says the past 3 years have been transformative for the Carl Maxey Center. Sandy's mission from the beginning was to inspire, empower, and uplift the Black community. That foundation has been laid. It can only be built upon from here.
When it's on paper, you just can't imagine it, but seeing it with the walls up and it painted and the artwork, and to see how the space has been used already, even though it's not totally built out, people have been coming here and they say it feels like home, and they say they feel like they belong here.
And of course, Mark can speak more to this, but after speaking with Betsy and Jaleesa, it seems like everything Sandy wanted is taking shape.
There's going to be an art gallery in another phase. We'll have an art wall. There's going to be a business center in another phase. We'll have business area in there so they can teach and educate and fill out forms. There's a library in the back with comfortable seating that's going to be. So we've incorporated these things until the bigger vision is there. It's been a busy week. It's been great.
You just wonder, you know, how emotional it would be if she were able to see it all come together, right?
Man, I would love for that to happen.
But she wouldn't want the attention, apparently.
Yes, as Betsy said.
Yeah.
But she made her, you knew she was there. All right, let's show you a little bit about what's going on. We're coming to the final stages. Today is the reveal day for the Extreme team at the Carl Maxey Center. Now, we've been working on Light Grid with PCI. We've got the electricians in there, Mountain States Electric. But, you know, Builders First Source gave us the lumber that we use to shore up some of these areas and make them look beautiful, and for us to build the closet that you see there. We also have all of the painting done. Horizon Credit Union has been great with their volunteers, the painting, the cleaning, the helping, and so every day it's anywhere from 6 to 12 people are showing up to help. So that's a huge help. Plus, Carl Maxey Center, their employees have been there, so they've been helping, and volunteers from the neighborhood. So today, all of this will come to fruition, and we are going to show you how this backyard space is going to be transformed from what was a stack of rubble to will be a place where now they can have future visions of what they want to do in their community. I get goosebumps. All right, so here we go. We just need to get it done. we will have beautiful weather to do that. It's going to be 74 degrees all over the Pacific Northwest, the inland Northwest, and Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It's going to be great weather. Overnight lows down to 45 degrees. Winds are going to be light. Really looking for some good things here. Temperatures right now, Deer Park, you're cold, 32 degrees. We've been talking about, again, some frost or freezing, and that continues to happen to the north all the way up to Colville. 42 into the valley, 43 into Coeur d'Alene currently. As we look at what we can expect, the cloud cover, the rain showers up into BC and then coming down into the northern plains continues, and we continue to see fair weather. High pressure dominating. We do have a little bit of a let's see what happens. And that's going to be this little bit of a low that comes through. And that's going to be Friday night, Saturday, right now, Friday at 11, where we could see some winds fire up a little bit. Nothing major, but that could be the one thing that could help scour us out for Saturday morning. 73 into Liberty Lake today, 75 into Meade, downtown 76 degrees. And officially, we're going to be hanging out into the mid-70s all over the area. We look at your planning forecast, plan on sunshine, plan on mid-70s, plan on overnight lows into the mid-40s, plan on getting outdoors and having some fun with light layers in the morning and beautiful conditions in the afternoon.
You know, and it's funny that so many people have been posting about how just 3 years ago, I think it was, we had snow and like falling trees from all that snow. And here we are in the 70s.
Now it's the other S word, sunshine.
Yeah, really remarkable. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:21. Another big road test for the Cougs this weekend, but this time they'll be without two key weapons on offense. Alex Crescenti is up next with the preview. And the Kraken got off to a great start in their season opener in Anaheim, but they couldn't close out the Ducks. The highlights coming up after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Twilight Bedding is the choice for all your mattress needs and now has 2 convenient locations in Spokane. Every mattress is manufactured locally, right here in Spokane, and crafted to meet any need you have, whether it's for your bedroom, boat, RV, or your pet. Stop by either location today and talk with an expert about the mattress that's right for you. Sleep right by Twilight.
Say hello to Chelsea Handler. I had no idea you were a beauty queen. I look like the Lion King is what I look like. Plus Olympic medalist Lindsey Vonn. I taught her how to ski.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Since 1945, Sturm Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Spokane and surrounding communities. A lot has changed since 1945, but one thing that hasn't is our mission to nurture long-term relationships with our customers by offering quality products, flat rate pricing, and industry-leading workmanship. And with our 24/7 service, we will get to you anytime, anywhere. Call for a quote today and see for yourself why Sturm is Spokane's first choice for heating and cooling. Or visit sturmheating.com.
At 23, I quit my nursing job to care for my wounded husband, student loans and all. We are living proof that the American dream is about hand-ups, not handouts. That's why I think it's insane that Joe Biden and Patty Murray are sending a stadium full of new IRS agents to force families making less than $75,000 to pay for someone else's law degree. It's division wrapped in intimidation, and I will stop them. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
I'm Aaron Luna from 4 News Now. There's a lot on the line this election day. Before you vote, get informed with For the People coverage. Send your questions to KXLY.com. We'll get answers now until Election Day. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Right now, before rates go up, get what you really want. The coolest cars, the most powerful trucks, and the hottest SUVs. Get the max for your money during the Time to Buy event. 0 down, 0 payments till next year. 0 cost max lifetime warranty. 2.9% interest. And get this, $4,000 over KBB for your trade. Plus, get a $250 gas card with purchase. Right now, the Time to Buy event. Hurry in, 7 days only. It all ends Tuesday night. Only at Max Auto Sports.
Well, the Washington State Cougars are looking to rebound with a win in Corvallis this Saturday. The Cougs haven't lost to Oregon State since 2013, but they'll also be without some of their biggest playmakers for this one. Alex Crescenti with how they are preparing for another big Pac-12 test.
For the better part of the last decade, Oregon State and Washington State have shared some battles on the field. And even though the Cougs have owned the matchup in recent years, they expect to be tested this weekend out in Corvallis against a veteran Beavers team that's already proven to be one of the better squads in the conference.
This will be a kind of a check mark of where our interior defensive line is at. You know, I do think this is the most physical offensive line that we have played, and they just have a different style of how fast they get off the ball. And I thought that was advantage that they had on us last season. So to come in here, we're gonna see the improvement that we made.
It's been huge emphasis this week is to eliminate those negative plays, and that's collectively, and that's it's okay if we're playing and it's 2nd down and 8. It's a lot easier to call a game 2nd down and 8 than 2nd down and 25 because of penalty or a sack, and so just to not put ourselves in those bad situations of going backwards. So staying ahead of the change.
I feel like we're getting better in the playbook and knowing where Cam wants us to be, and like just being more fluid as an offense, running the ball, passing the ball, RPOs, all of that all helps the receivers, line, running backs, and quarterback together.
Now the Cougs are going to be without 2 key offensive starters. Nikia Watson and Renard Bell both sustained injuries in the first half against USC, so they're going to need other players on that side of the ball to step up if they want to move down the field. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Well, the Kraken opening their 2nd season in Anaheim against the Ducks. Seattle up 3-2 early in the 3rd when Matty Beniers bangs home the rebound. Big things expected from the 19-year-old this season, but the Ducks wouldn't go away. It's now 4-3 Kraken when Trevor Zegras scores on the power play goal, and that sends the game to overtime, tied at 4. And in bonus hockey, the Ducks get the breakaway, and Troy Terry beats Philip Grubauer for the game winner. The Kraken lose 5-4, but still earn a point on the road. And the Mariners will try to bounce back from Tuesday's heartbreaking loss in Game 2 of the ALDS today in Houston. Luis Castillo, who was lights out in Toronto last week, gets the start for the Ams. Let's hope he is lights out again today. Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:26. Before we go to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Anna Delvey-Sorokin speaking out.
I feel like I've just been through so much, and it would be impossible for me to have been through what I've been through without changing.
She's the fake heiress whose lavish lifestyle inspired the Emmy-nominated Netflix series Inventing Anna.
What you wearing? You look poor.
The real Anna now living in a 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan under house arrest while she awaits the next steps in her immigration case. And this morning, she's opening up to Good Morning America about the next chapter of her life.
I am planning on using my voice and the platform, the attention I'm getting now, which obviously stemmed for like my crimes, for something positive. And hopefully people will afford me a second chance.
We'll have much more of our interview with Anna Delvey-Sorokin coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Time. It's life's most precious commodity, especially when you have metastatic breast cancer. When your time is threatened, it's hard to invest in your future. Until now. Kisqali is helping women live longer than ever before when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's proven to delay disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Your future is ahead of you, so it's time to make the most of it with Kisqali. Because when you invest in yourself, everyone gets the best of you.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save, save, save your green at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
It's time to prepare your home for the holidays with the home remodeling experts at Windsor Plywood.
Time to shop for wood.
Discover new colors of luxury vinyl and laminate flooring, or check out many styles of engineered hardwood flooring. And you're going to love Spokane's largest selection of moldings, as well as many exotic hardwoods.
It's where the contractors go to get great ideas or to find replacement and upgraded looks for your home. Windsor Plywood.
It's time for change. It's time to heal the division in our state. As a representative of the people, I will fight for free enterprise and protect small business from the overreaching runaway government. I feel strongly that my skills and experience developed from my professional career are desperately needed in Olympia. It's time for less overreach and more freedom. I'm Suzanne Schmidt for 4th District Representative, Republican.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now Story Tracker starts with some breaking news out of Ukraine. Police in Kyiv say kamikaze drones attacked infrastructure facilities in Bucha, just outside of Kyiv. Drones also struck targets in the Makariv community. No casualties were reported. There are also new reports of massive shelling in the southern Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv. Rescuers are on the scene searching the rubble for at least 7 people who are missing. A Texas family was sentenced together for storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6th of last year, with the 2 parents getting jail time and the 3 adult children given probation and home confinement. Today at 10, the House Select Committee holds its 10th public hearing on the attacks and the last before next month's midterm elections. And some sad news this morning out of Tennessee, where American Idol season 19 runner-up Willie Spence has died. The singer was killed in a car accident on Tuesday. Spence gained fame in 2017 when his version of Rihanna's Diamonds went viral and racked up more than 15 million views on YouTube. He was just 23 years old. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance remains off. It is Thursday, October the 13th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast that feels nothing like it normally does on October 13th.
No, it does not. Maybe on the cool side in Coeur d'Alene, you're sitting at 42 degrees. Have a few high thin clouds. Notice there we have just enough daylight, although the sun won't be up for another half an hour. But we're sitting at 46 degrees. Riverfront Park throughout the weekend is going to be absolutely gorgeous if you need something to do. Here's the 4 things you need to know. Sunny and warm days ahead. Going to be clear, cool evenings. We've been seeing that. The weekend is going to be very nice. And again, still very dry. And the dry conditions are going to continue now all the way through next week. We look at the satellite and radar. The radar is picking up a little bit into areas of Alaska and northern BC. Nothing in our area. In fact, not a lot of cloud cover. Highs today, very warm for this time of year. 81 into Grand Coulee. Pullman, you'll be at 73 and sunny. St. Mary's the same. 75 Spokane. Coeur d'Alene, 72. Here's how the temperatures go as we look at the day planner. And by 10 a.m., mid-50s. And then by noon, we're going to be in the mid-60s, with then the low to mid-70s for the afternoon, looking pretty good.
All right, we continue to follow breaking news out of Loon Lake, where a person was shot and killed last night by 2 deputies at the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk, tracking all the latest details here.
That's right, Derek. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says this all started with a dispute between 2 people at a home in the Spokane County area. It happened here in the 42,800 block of North Spotted Road in North Spokane County. Police received a call from a man saying that a gun had been pointed at his head. The victim also said that the suspect fired a shot, but nobody was hit. With the suspect's actions and threats, the victim said he thought he would die. The person who fired shots then fled in a vehicle and was found at a home in the 4,000th block of State Route 395 in the Loon Lake area. According to Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich, the department was contacted by the police in Stevens County at around 5:30 p.m. asking for support.
That time we had probable cause for first-degree assault and felony harassment, threats to kill. We received contact from Stevens County Sheriff's Office. They requested that our SWAT team respond to help with containment.
Police in Stevens County notified the SWAT team that the man had fled to the woods from the home he'd been hiding out at. Knezevich also says the suspect yelled threats that he was going to shoot police officers. When the SWAT team arrived, they barricaded the area and sent a drone in the air to help locate the man. When he was found, Knezevich says Spokane police tried to de-escalate the situation but failed.
The individual continued to yell threats, and at one point during the contact, multiple shots were heard coming from the area where the suspect was.
The drone operator reported to Spokane police that the shooter was headed right towards them, at which point the 2 deputies of Spokane County Sheriff's Office shot and killed the man. Now, that happened at around 10:15 p.m. last night. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office will release the names of the deputies at a later date, and the Stevens County Coroner's Office will release the name of the man that was killed when it is appropriate. I'll keep you updated on any new information that I learned this morning. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Over-enthused. I don't even know. I'm kind of speechless about it, honestly.
People living at Camp Hope are taking a big step towards moving out of homelessness. The State Department of Licensing was at the camp helping people get IDs and driver's license. A lot of campers tell us that's what's standing in their way when applying for jobs, housing, and other assistance. Dorothy Baxter has lived at Camp Hope from the beginning. The Department of Licensing says a lack of ID is the main barricade for those trying to exit homelessness. The same goes for Baxter, who says she's tried to leave, but without an ID, she couldn't apply for housing.
Between that and not having an address, I mean, I'm going with housing and everything now, and they need my ID, and that's pretty much all they're waiting for.
Now, this outreach is new for people at Camp Hope, but the Department of Licensing says it will continue to provide these services on site every Wednesday for the next 3 weeks. A federal district judge could decide whether to temporarily block President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program from going into effect, with applications for loan forgiveness expected to be open up this month. 6 Republican-led states argued in court documents, the Biden administration does not have the legal authority to grant broad student loan forgiveness. They also argue the policy would hurt them financially. If the judge grants an injunction, it could put student loan cancellation on hold until the judge issues a final ruling on the case. The losing party could immediately appeal the judge's ruling on the injunction. We will see what happens there. Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:36. We know what's happening with our weather. It's the same as we've been getting for the last week and a half now, right?
I know. Average high on this date is 59 degrees. It is going to be into the 70s, not only today, but for the foreseeable future. You got full forecast coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
What's the only thing better than one Pint House Burgers and Brews? How about 2? We are now open in the Spokane Valley. The same great sports and music videos, friendly staff and servers, gourmet burgers, and ice-cold brews. Pint House Burgers and Brews, now open in the Spokane Valley.
Joe Biden's open borders have threatened our neighborhoods and our children's safety. Fentanyl-related deaths have increased right here in Idaho. Gang members transport fentanyl and other dangerous drugs into our schools and communities. This has got to stop. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. It's time we control the borders and shut down the pipeline of drugs and violence into Idaho.
Chewelah Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is Saturday, October 29th. This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chewelah Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
What do you get when ice cold beer, gourmet burgers, sports, and the Pint House brand come together? Good times. That's right. Pint House Burgers and Brews is now open at the former Good Times Pub location in the Spokane Valley. It will always be good times at the new Valley Pint House Burgers and Brews.
Well, flu season is here, and it's time to prepare and protect your family. Flu season has been mild for the last 2 years because of COVID, but this year doctors are predicting a big comeback. Doctors in the U.S. typically base flu season predictions on what happens during Australia's flu season. And Australia just wrapped up its worst flu season in 5 years. Those who are at a higher risk of getting more sick from the flu are the elderly, people with underlying health problems, and pregnant women. Also, since we haven't seen a bad flu season in a few years, doctors say younger children probably don't have the immunity.
Especially important that they get vaccinated, but they also rely on the rest of us, to create a protective bubble to keep them safe as well. If we immunize 1 out of 10 people, we're going to have a very low level of protection. Maybe that one person is going to be protected, but if we immunize 8 or 9 out of 10 people, then the larger community is going to be safe as well.
Now, children 6 months and up can get a flu shot. Doctors say frequent hand washing is also still important. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given emergency use authorization to updated COVID boosters for kids as young as 5, but the CDC still has to give approval, just like the boosters that became available for people 12 and older in September. The updated Pfizer booster just received FDA authorization for use in kids ages 5 to 11, and Moderna's updated booster was authorized for people ages 6 to 11 and 12 to 17.
10-second takeaway on a Thursday morning. It's going to be a cool start. We're there. We're going to see the need maybe for light layers. The kids head off to school. Make sure they bring it back home. Wind's going to be light. Not a big deal there. It's going to be sunny, 75 today.
Well, CVS says it's ready to pay the pink tax. That refers to how personal health items for women cost more than those for men. Tampons are especially expensive because in many states they're taxed as luxury items alongside decor, electronics, makeup, and toys. But CVS plans to change that by reducing prices on certain brands of products and paying the sales tax on those products in a dozen states. But their reach is limited, as some states have laws in place that won't allow the company to cover that sales tax. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:41. Coming up, have you ever been enrolled in a subscription service you didn't want? Why the Washington State Attorney General says it might have happened to millions of people in the state.
And it's big reveal day for the Extreme Team Project at the Karl Maxey Center. Coming up, how the late Sandy Williams' vision is taking shape.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
My husband has diabetes.
Even with health insurance, we're having a hard time affording our medications.
Thankfully, we have Patty Murray fighting for us in the U.S. Senate. She kept at it till Congress finally lowered the cost of prescription drugs.
And capped insulin for seniors at $35 a month.
Now we'll save thousands every year. We know when Patty is back in the other Washington.
She is working for us.
I'm Patty Murray, and I approve this message.
When you want new carpet, luxury vinyl plank, or hardwood, you need to feel and see it. Hear what people say about the selection at Carpet Barn.
I was thinking, my biggest choice was color. No, there's way more than just choosing color when it comes to carpet.
Their selection is fantastic, and I love the fact that they buy in bulk, and then you get a real good price.
They really know what you want, even if you don't know what you want.
Carpet Barn, designer selection, warehouse prices.
Watch 4 News Now as the Extreme Team upgrades the Carl Maxey Center. What we're going to do is go in and get into the next phase of operation. That's going to be a new library. There's going to be a place in back. There's going to be a nice patio. Watch 4 News Now's Extreme Team, sponsored by Horizon Credit Union.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Get ready to vote with 4 News Now for the People coverage. What do you want to know about this year's ballot? Send your questions to KXLY.com. We'll get answers now until Election Day. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
This is another one of those surprise medical bills you get in the mail. I've gotten them. You've gotten them. I'm Kathy McMorris Rogers. With inflation crushing our families, we need to put a stop to these. I support requiring hospitals, insurers, and doctors to disclose their prices so you can know the real cost and can shop around for the best care. I approve this message because no one likes surprises, especially this kind.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the triple pet pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
4 News Now is brought to you by Chewelah Casino.
Welcome back. The Carl Maxey Center is getting a new library and outdoor meeting space thanks to the hard work of Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team. Mark will have that big reveal for us later this evening, but Destiny Richards is in studio right now with what Sandy Williams' dreams were for the Carl Maxey Center.
Sandy Williams was not just the executive director, but also the founder of the Carl Maxey Center. It was during a casual gathering enjoying barbecue that Sandy explained her ideas for a building she happened to drive by in East Central Spokane. In just 3 years, the building was bought, renovated, and now it's getting even more of an upgrade thanks to the Extreme Team.
That is like lightning speed in the nonprofit world. Buy a building, get it remodeled, get it open, provide services, and then start your second phase of expansion, all with great community support and allies.
And this is the second phase of that expansion. Even though Sandy isn't with us anymore, her dreams for the Carl Maxey Center are being realized. The Cultural Library is going to be a place for diverse and educational reading. And the outdoor space is a nod to the meeting over barbecue that sparked the creation of the center. Board Chair Betsy Wilkerson says even after today, there's much more to come to build upon the sense of community that's already been created at the Carl Maxey Center.
I just love that, she's like, you guys seen that building over there on 5th Avenue in East Central? I think we could do something with that.
It was in a backyard barbecue. Tonight, fitting with that is that Soul Food is Fresh Soul is going to be doing the barbecue for tonight's reveal, and we're going to be feeding everyone at the Carl Maxey Center. So I think that's cool, and I love the fact that it came up while people were meeting and eating and discussing. All right, let's show you sort of what's going on when it comes to the... Oh, by the way, with the Extreme Team, a busy week, but we still have much more to do. The lighting grid is just about done. Mountain States Electric's been doing that. Also, we've got Cat 5 and stuff running through. Noise Frog is the company that's putting the audio video together. We had gotten everything sheeted for what will be a closet that will hold the books that will be given out free to the kids. Band construction is there right now. They got there at 6:30, and they're going to get the finishing touches off that. We have IKEA shelving that we drove to Portland to get and brought back for this project. We built those. Now we have to get them put up. And, of course, the Rada paint is looking absolutely gorgeous. Horizon Credit Union has, they're tired of me and painting. They were cleaning and weeding yesterday. This is going to help the backyard. Ace over at Ash and Rowan, and also on Francis donating a barbecue so they can continue that trend of barbecues. All right, let's get to the weather. It's going to be a warm one. We've had a warm fall so far. Average first freeze for Spokane is October 9th. Well, it's October 13th. The coolest we've been so far is 43 degrees. We've dipped to 44 this morning. We don't see or expect any freezing temperatures in the next 7 days. And even in the 8th day, we look ahead, 9, 10. Potentially by then, we could see some freezing temperatures. All right, 74 today, going to be sunny and warm. And in our first alert forecast for tonight, temperatures again down to 45. So for this time of year, it's extremely mild. Temperatures right now, Deer Park, has hit freezing and is so this morning at 32. Downtown, it's 42. 9 Miles, 37. Coeur d'Alene, 43 degrees with a clear sky. Looks absolutely beautiful. We look at the Pacific Northwest, and you can see how that ridge of high pressure is pushing this system way to the north, and then it comes down really into the Dakotas and into the Great Lakes. So under that dome of high pressure, we have still air. We don't have the gusty winds, so we still hold on to smoke and haze from the numerous fires that are still burning with no rain in sight. That high pressure will stick around, and we're going to see that not only today, tomorrow, but through the weekend. It is the system that's up in Alaska that starts coming due south that could trigger maybe some breezy conditions Friday night into Saturday morning, but then it moves out, bringing rain to Montana, but not to us. We look at our highs today. We're going to be in the mid-70s, solid 70 into Spirit Lake, 74 into Spangle, and sunny conditions. That planning forecast, those low to mid-70s all the way through the weekend into next week, cooling to 71 by Wednesday. By the weekend after, we could see some changes. So look at the average high, which is into the upper 50s, and look at our highs forecasted into the low to mid 70s. We are so well above average, it's crazy. If we hit 70 on Monday and continue to hit 70 each and every day, a new record for the number of 70s we've had in October, last set in 1944.
Are we actually sure
which
it's
is
mid-October?
17. Huh?
Are we actually sure it's mid-October?
Not really. I think every phone in the world has a wrong calendar.
Yeah. All right. Good Morning Northwest time is just about 6:50. Your morning sprint's coming up next. Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on this Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
Every day is trophy territory at the general store downtown. Trophy thrills, trophy deals, trophy warthogs. Yes, trophy warthogs. For over 75 years, the General Store has been your location for all the ammo, hunting, fishing, and camping gear any outdoor pro could ever need. Your trophy adventure starts at the General Store.
You hear stories every single day of people being mugged or shot.
I've been accosted by homeless people and drug addicts.
It is absolutely not safe.
We're lifelong Democrats.
I have voted for Patty Murray many times.
At least 5 times.
But I just can't do it this time.
We're voting for Tiffany Smiley.
Vote Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley is the right person for the job.
She gives me hope.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
The nonstop sirens. This is why you don't vote for Patty Murray. It never used to be like this.
It's Karastan month at Great Floors. Bring sophisticated style into your home with Karastan carpet, Luxcraft luxury vinyl, and Bellux hardwood flooring. Great Floors is celebrating with 50% off installation on all Karastan carpet purchases in October. Come home to the flooring you want with 12-month financing and incredible in-store specials. Visit a showroom today and live beautifully on Great Floors.
If you need a new mattress, what you don't know could end up costing you. Come to Twilight Bedding Mattress Factory and talk to the experts. We make your mattress right here in our factory, so we can tell you exactly what it's made of. Twilight Bedding is also the only place in the area where you can still buy a double-sided mattress. Visit our website to learn the top 10 questions to ask when buying a mattress. And then come see us. Sleep Right by Twilight.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53 on the dot. Time to get you ready for your Thursday here in the morning sprint. Destiny Richards in studio with how Sandy Williams' dream for the Carl Maxey Center remodel is shaping up. Mark Peterson telling us about our continued warm temperatures for the day, but we also continue to follow breaking news out of Loon Lake, where a person was killed last night by 2 deputies of the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. Let's get right to Sydney Charles now with the latest details. Sydney?
That's right. A call came into Spokane Police Department at around 3:15 p.m. yesterday saying that someone fired a gun at another person. The person who fired shots then fled and was found at a home in the 4,000th block of State Route 395 in the Loon Lake area. According to Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich, Spokane police were contacted by the police in Stevens County at around 5:30 p.m. asking for support. When Spokane SWAT team arrived, they barricaded the area and sent a drone in the air to locate the man. When he was found, Knezevich says Spokane police tried to de-escalate the situation but failed. The drone operator reported to Spokane police that the shooter was headed right towards them, at which point the 2 deputies of Spokane County Sheriff's Office shot and killed the man. It happened at around 10:15 p.m. last night.
As we look at what we can expect in our first alert weather, it is going to be, again, a warm day, starting off cool, 42 into Coeur d'Alene. We're sitting at 46 degrees with a clear sky. Looks beautiful. Highs today are going to be in the low to mid 70s all over the region. We're going to have temperatures, again, as far south Lewiston at 76 degrees. We're going to be at 75. Getting there, yeah, we're going to have cool morning temperatures, again, about 50 degrees. We get into the 9 o'clock hour. This afternoon, it's going to be low 70s, mid 70s as we hit the 3 o'clock hour, and 75 will be our high.
Cheney's police chief quit on Tuesday, and now we have his resignation letter. That letter, just 14 words long. It's on your screen right here. Addressed to Mayor Chris Grover, it simply says, pursuant to your request, I resign as the Cheney chief of police effective immediately. We reached out to the mayor twice. He told us he would not comment on personnel issues within the city, and city officials are working to find an interim chief. This is, of course, a developing story. Meanwhile, Cheney police are looking for these 3 men. They believe they're connected to a possible hate crime. Officers say they stole and damaged flags and banners that represent the homeowners' beliefs and political views. In the middle of the night, 3 people wearing ski masks took down a rainbow pride flag and a Black Lives Matter flag. Since then, the homeowner says she installed more cameras and lights around her home. All right, breaking news overnight now. A Wenatchee man died in a crash on State Route 97 yesterday afternoon in Douglas County when he crashed into a large concrete block that fell off the vehicle in front of him. 44-year-old Ascension Garcia hit that block, which was a 15 by 30-foot structural piece of concrete weighing more than 30 tons just after 4:15 p.m. Washington State Patrol is investigating whether charges will be filed against the driver towing that concrete piece.
And today, the Carl Maxey Center remodel is revealed, and Sandy Williams' dream for the center is realized. Sandy Williams was not just the executive director, but also the founder of the Carl Maxey Center. And it was during a casual gathering enjoying barbecue that Sandy explained her ideas for a building she happened to drive by in East Central Spokane. In just 3 years, the building was bought, renovated, and now it's getting even more of an upgrade thanks to the Extreme team. A new cultural library, outdoor space, and much more are to come. Mark will be live for the big reveal of this project on 4 News Now at 5 and 6 tonight.
Well, people living at Camp Hope are taking a big step towards moving out of homelessness. The State Department of Licensing was at the camp helping people get IDs and driver's licenses. A lot of campers tell us that's what's standing in their way when applying for jobs, housing, and other assistance. The Department of Licensing says a lack of ID is the main barricade for those trying to exit homelessness. The Washington Attorney General is sounding the alarm over pre-checked boxes at online checkouts that have signed up millions of Washingtonians for a subscription service they didn't want. Attorney General Bob Ferguson says people thought they were making a one-time purchase, but they were automatically billed a few weeks later. His office surveyed more than 1,200 people affected, and many said they haven't canceled the unwanted subscription because it was just too difficult. Anyone going through a similar situation is asked to contact the Attorney General's office. All right, coming up next on Good Morning America, the latest on the investigation into the documents seized from former President Trump. The new report saying a worker told the FBI that Trump ordered them moved, after he received a subpoena for them. Also this morning, an ABC News exclusive with 2 Americans captured while fighting for Ukraine about what their lives were like behind enemy lines and the torture that they say they endured. All right, coming up after the break, we'll get a final check of the weather with Mark Peterson as we continue to be well above our normal temperatures for this time of year. Don't go away. We'll wrap it up after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Anitas 10 years ago. He didn't have bad credit, but he just had no credit to begin with. I took the time to really go over some options with him. Fast forward 10 years down the road, he's got his business account with Numerica. He's looking to buy his second home also with Numerica.
Tiffany Smiley celebrated the overturning of Roe versus Wade. There's no way I can trust her to protect us.
Tiffany Smiley would tip control of the Senate to Mitch McConnell.
That is a disaster.
She could give Mitch McConnell the power to rig the courts with more anti-choice judges.
And pass a complete nationwide abortion ban. This is serious stuff.
And Tiffany Smiley still supports Donald Trump.
No way. No way.
No way we can trust Tiffany Smiley.
Women voters responsible for the content of this advertising.
Get your home ready for the holidays at Walker's as they offer a double your sales tax discount or no minimum purchase, no money down, no interest for up to 5 years financing.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
All right, good morning, everybody. A little bit of haze out there. We're going to continue to see air quality in the moderate till perhaps this afternoon. Like yesterday, it could bounce into the good, and that'd be great news. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be a warm day today. Temperatures at lunch nearing 70 degrees. Going to be 75 for the high today, and that's today. For Friday, wrapping up the week, 73, and then 74 on Saturday and Sunday, where we're going to have really nice days. Overnight lows remaining very amenable. We're going to be into the mid-40s. And again, those mid-70s all the way through Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, showing a slight cool down, but still in the 70s. Good golfing weather for Derek today.
That's right. Hey, just a reminder, Robin is just on vacation. She'll be back next week. You only have to deal with us two bald guys for one more day.